Kia ora, Minister. My name is Jane Tinetti and I'm Principal in Tauranga. I'm also Chair of the NZEI Principals Council. I just take this opportunity to also acknowledge Karen Searle up here for the wonderful work that you have done and wish you well in your future endeavours. And on that note, Minister, I often have been wondering what are the key experiences and skills of our new Education Secretary that will make her the successful candidate. And I've seen a lot, I guess it leads to a wee bit of anxiety and curiosity because I've watched a number of YouTube clips on our new Education Secretary and read a few of her work. And does her enthusiasm for free schools in the UK reflect the government's policy direction here?
So first of all, can I echo your compliments to Karen Searle, and Karen and I have had a fantastic relationship during my time as Minister. I think she's been an extraordinary Secretary of Education, and she is due great credit for the work that we have done in focusing on schools. I actually don't play a great role in the appointment of the Secretary of Education. It might sound wacky, but that's the way governments work. So the State Sector Commission interviewed, shortlisted and interviewed all the candidates and made the recommendations through to Cabinet in the end. I met Leslie for the first time earlier this week. I think the important thing is that Britain's system of education is much, much different from ours. I can't begin to comprehend their private versus public, and there's no way that you could transport that system into New Zealand. We have a good, solid state system, and as I say, we have a very good system that the PISA results show are up with the best in the world. So if you've been into Google her, as I have, you will see the vast range of experience that she brings to education, including some time in Australia. And I have no doubt that we will show her what it's like to the education system in New Zealand and make best use of the talents that she brings. Thank you. Kia ora.
Thank you, Jane. Chris.
Kia ora, Minister. My name's Chris Dalston. I'm the convener of the Primary Teachers Leadership Team. And thank goodness you're not going to let that lady do to us here in New Zealand what she did to England. Principal and primary teacher collective agreements will be renegotiated next year. Will your government commit to rejecting performance pay and instead work to resource models like the PBA which recognise teachers' skills and expertise?
Well, I think I've already made it very clear that this government has no intention of pursuing performance pay, and I said it again on national television.
Thank you, Chris. Sue?
Kia ora, Minister. Sue Namo, I'm the convener of support staff. Over the past 10 years, NZEI has been investigating options of how support staff wages could be better funded. It is very apparent that a central funding mechanism would enable all support staff to be appropriately funded to support teaching and learning within our schools. The question I ask is your party prepared to value support staff and fund them appropriately?
So the answer is yes, we do value them, and of course we worked very hard, I think over the last, we still to ratify this round of negotiations, but we worked very hard to ensure that those, the bottom, the poorer paid were lifted up to a reasonable amount. But I think the question of, I'm very conscious of the fact my husband tells me I say too much. The question of whether they're paid centrally or not, I don't think that that's an issue that we're prepared to deal with at at this stage. It would be, and it would be wrong of me to try and even hint that that is something that we would consider in the next term, particularly because we have a very devolved system of schooling, and that brings with it certain responsibilities. And one of those responsibilities is to manage their own budgets. So to take out of that such a significant part as the support staff, which are absolutely integral to schools, would not be, we wouldn't see that as being part of that self-management. That doesn't value them any less.
We feel quite undervalued because